Uh, maybe?
No.
No. It just twitched on me. Yeah, it's twitching
Twitch.
again. There we go. We're
This is
live.
We
We're
are finally
live.
live. Hey,
Yay!
we're finally live. Holla frickin' Luya. God damn you, Twitch.
Twitch is
I
twitching.
should know by now that Twitch be twitching.
We need
All
to
right,
switch
then.
over to Google streaming, I think, or YouTube streaming, because twitching is just not working.
It's actually a fun thing with that. As I understand, people would sometimes like watch, or like for large time streamers, they might stream on YouTube, but they go to Twitch for the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right.
YouTube actually is more toxic even in the streams.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube chat is also even harder to read than Twitch chat. So
Yeah, there is. It's just
it's
a bunch
not.
of issues.
It's underneath. It's underneath the video player, not even next to it. So it's just like what I have to scroll down half the page and miss whatever's happening on the stream just to read the chat.
Yeah. All right, then. Let's get back into things. So, starting off with, Risu is not here at the moment. Should be joining us shortly. However long it takes to smoke a cigarette.
6 hours.
Apparently so. I've dealt with smokers all my life, but I swear, each time I deal with one, they continue to surprise me with how long it takes for a smoke.
I mean, Risu also has chores and shit to do. So
And, well, she said specifically, just need a smoke, and then she'll be ready.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for starters...
And that was 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, for starters, I'm going to move everyone to the world map for a second just so you can look it over again, because this is something I realized in your game, Jeebs. I have no clue what the hell the world map looks like, because
Yep.
it was, until yesterday, months since I last saw it.
Yep. We don't see the world map very often.
Yeah, so I think I'm probably going to start off where you guys can see the world map for a little bit longer if you do want to take a look at it, try to remember where more things are. And I'm just going to do a little recap on this screen. So last episode, you all started down here in Gatesill. I can actually get rid of this because it's not there anymore. You started down there in Gatesill. I can also move the player thing. I'm on top of things, I swear. Okay, you start off in Gatesill down here. And after a bit of fidangling, you have the new device you had. I don't remember what you call the apparatus at this point. So I'm just going to keep going to the apparatus because its name changes every other hour.
yep.
But with that around, you turned back to Gatesill. You had some interesting conversations and interactions with the various guild masters in town and the Duke, and you all decided it was for the best if you get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
with the
especially
aid,
thanks to Lily.
and with the aid of the machine, you were able to go back through the little device and end up back here in Northbridge. I'm just going to
Quick
drop
question
down there.
before we switch off this map. You just removed the gate by Gatesill, the Stargate. You mean we can't go back to Gatesill?
I never said that, but keep in mind that also wasn't. Those markers I placed down were not what you were looking for in terms of the gates themselves. You were looking for that sigil.
And I'm guessing the blue thing is the floating island.
Yeah, the blue thing is the floating island, and I've been slowly moving that every so often.
Not that Lily
Okay.
actually wants to go to Gatesill, but, you know.
It's not like I want to care about you, but here's
It's not like I don't want to open that door no matter what, but
you're gonna kill Surina from where
It's not like Lily would really like to murder that Duke, but, you know.
all right. But with that done, let me get you down to Eschenport. So, as memory serves, last time the entire thing that happened was you ended off. I gotta make you small now because we're probably using that. It's Big Fox. Doesn't matter.
Giant fox.
Where you ended off last time was, as I recall, Lily had just asked to be taught in ways of crafting magic. She had been asked to, or has offered to help repair the apparatus,
Gotcha.
and he had also offered that he could try to make another pair of the headbands, though he would need certain materials. And this way, he said the best choice would probably be, related to the, I'm going to say, pelt of a winter wolf,
Yours.
alpha winter wolf, ideally. So you would just have to find that. Reminds me, I got to take 25 gold out of Falana's thing because that is the cost for the materials for Arcane Lock.
I think I already took that out.
Cool, you're on top of things.
Hey!
All right then. So we're going to be going once more into time skippiness and stuff. I'm also going to figure that for whatever reason now it is near the end of the day. So we're probably just going to have what are you going to be doing for the end of the night and then go into like a week by week system on what you guys want to do.
I need to find something first. I'm looking through the PDF real quick to see something, just so I can say it right.
Let's have Falana go first, because Lily might react to that.
All right. So Falana knows that there's nothing pressing going on at the moment. So she has free time. So what you want to do today / going into the future? And again, keep in mind, I'm going to be going more on a weekly basis than anything else.
My plan for pretty much the week is I could pay for an in-room down in Northbridge. Is I'm going to let Chase know, and maybe the group that I'm heading to Northbridge for the week to do some research.
Are you going to let Lily know?
Lily is part of the group, right?
You did say maybe.
No.
Yes.
You did say maybe, so I just wanted to clarify. So when Lily hears that, she's gonna pipe up and say, "Oh, that's right. I had maybe a letter coming in for me at Northbridge. Would you mind taking a look? The person I gave it to was part of the caravans down in the southern part of the city."
Yeah, it's a little bit on my way. I suppose I can at least look into it.
She tosses Falana 10 gold. She said that she had promised to pay the man that much if he came back with a letter, and half that much if he came back at all. And she's also going to say the letter that you'll receive is probably sealed, and I would really appreciate it if it remained that way when you brought it back.
Okay, before I continue on, what am I looking at in terms of appearance?
Silver, do you know what the guy would look like?
As long as I give description and character.
I figured just give the description and character. She'll know what she's looking for, because I did not give this guy an appearance whatsoever.
I didn't think you did.
Okay.
Lily's just going to describe what she remembers of the guy.
Okay. Anyone else want to come along?
Not right now.
Do you need some assistance? Do you need anyone to help guard you? I can send Mara along if you'd like.
I mean, Surina's okay with going. She doesn't really need to be anywhere specific.
I'm pretty sure I won't need a guard, but if anyone wants to help, researching, I have no problem with it. People handle bugs.
Lily's going to say Mara's smarter than me,
not
so...
exactly the largest of that.
Mara's smarter than me, right?
Probably.
Well,
I don't actually remember her stats.
So Lily's going to offer to send Mara to help.
And Mara will have no real objections to this. It is basically the person who's hiring her asking her to do a job. Like, why would she object to it?
As long as Falana's okay with that, I mean... Lily's going to tell Mara not to stab her in the back or anything, so...
All right. So moving on then. Lily's job?
Okay. Lily is also going to give Mara the weapon, the cursed weapon, out of the loot, and ask her if she can try to sell that, the great axe. See if she can sell that.
Wait, couldn't we use the guy here and turn it into a different type of weapon?
Well, the last time we did that, we turned a +2 into a +1, and this isn't even a +1. So we'd probably just make it into a normal great axe, and that's pretty much useless to us.
Or it could turn into something that keeps you from raging all the time and gives you one use of rage a day, or something like that.
Possibly.
Are you going to ask him about it?
Consider doing that first.
I would assume Falana's probably leaving first thing in the morning, so can I
she's
talk
leaving.
to him?
I'm also assuming right now that you also ended the day off with everyone near the apparatus, and he was there as well looking it over.
Okay, so she's going to show it to him and tell him to be careful with it, because... rage.
And Arashi will look it over, and he'll hand it back, and he'll shake his head. I apologize. There's nothing I can do. This is divine magic.
Alright. So she's gonna hand it off to Mara and say, see if you can sell it to the Assassin's Guild if they think it's useful, and if they're not gonna give us a decent coin for it, then we'll just, I don't know, keep it. Maybe we can give it to a troll.
If you want me to sell it, I could confuse someone.
You could
what? Make it look like it's something else.
Oh.
I could make it look like it's something else.
That would be considered likely to be an evil act.
Yeah, Lily's going to give it to Mara because Mara has ties with the Assassin's Guild. Conscience. Ties with the Assassin's Guild, and she might be able to get a decent price for it, or at least know who to take it to.
All right, and that all makes sense. So what else would Lily be doing herself then?
For that evening, see if our halfling friend wants to play some cards.
Yeah, he'll be willing to play some cards.
All right.
But yeah, and after the night is done and we're on to the next day, it is going to be going more to weekly than hourly.
Yeah. So yeah, Lily will try to play some cards with him then, I guess.
All right.
She's going to start betting pretty low because she has a feeling this guy cheats.
She would probably be right. All right. Yeah, he'll agree to play, and they set up on the little table there, and they start to play. You'd roll a d20 with proficiency.
Okay. No dex or anything, just straight d20.
Just yeah, it'd be the ability check with this. You'd have proficiency on it since I think you have proficiency with the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Isn't that an int check?
For cards, probably not.
I'm saying that she's using the tool, and the tool would not have an associated ability check with it, and that she can just use it outright. All right then. So first round, Lily actually loses.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprising.
She's gonna say double or nothing.
Hand.
And I'll agree to that.
Want me to roll again?
Yep. And Lily loses again. And at this point, Garrett is kind of having a wide smile on his face.
All right. What's the ante up to? We started low, so I was thinking maybe like 20 or something.
Yeah. So you started at what though?
20. So it would be 40.
Then you went up to 40. So he'll say, "What about 60?"
She'll say double or nothing again.
All right, fine.
And I'm assuming he's probably getting advantage on
Is
everything.
it? Bloody hell! It wasn't wet when I.
Audio. And this time,
I muted myself.
yeah, and this time he wins, but barely. It's like he has one hand better than you.
Lily's gonna call his bluff.
And
She's gonna call him out for cheating.
His bluff.
all right, roll insight.
Roll insight. She doesn't even know if he's cheating or not, but
Yeah, insight with disadvantage because she doesn't even know. Not that she needs it. As far as she can tell, he is being completely honest, and he looks offended at the fact you're calling him out on cheating.
Lily is going to say, "I saw you playing with Mara earlier, and both of you were cheating. So you can't even begin to say that you're not cheating."
God damn it, Lily.
I only cheat against those who cheat against me, and you, my dear, are not well enough to cheat.
I'm not well enough, you say.
Well enough in the head. Hey.
Let's see, what do I have in my inventory? What can I do?
At the
I
mall.
agree. Yeah, Brad.
Not the
I agree.
mall. No. Hush.
If you attempt to bet the apparatus, Surina will beat the shit out of you.
Nope. Lily is going to take out her. I don't want to do the great sword. That's too important to her. Man.
Just pack it in. You're losing.
I know I am, and I'm going
Bet
to
a night
continue
with
to
her.
lose. But this is Lily, and her insight is terrible. So she's going to take out the scimitar. she's gonna place it in front of her on the table.
Didn't you give that
You mean
to
the one that she
first
gave
of all,
to
first
Cass?
of all, didn't you give that to Cassidy?
I gave the +1 scimitar to Cass. She has a normal one in her pocket.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And she's gonna set that on the table, and she's gonna say, "This sword has magical properties you wouldn't even begin to believe."
Oh no.
Deception?
Crap.
Natural one.
Oh,
What?
He
Damn it.
actually believes you. Yeah, he raises his eyebrow, wondering how you got your hands on it, but he does believe you.
Yeah,
Is it
it has
Actually,
word?
hold that thought.
Doesn't he have detect magic?
hush,
No, he doesn't.
guys.
He does not have detect magic, so he
Hush.
can't check. No, I was in the process of checking that when they said it. So no, he does not have detect magic. He cannot check. So he does believe Lily. He raises his eyebrow questioningly, but he does believe her. So another round.
What she's gonna suggest is, I will bet this scimitar against all the money in the purse right now.
In like the pot or
Yeah,
in his
all in the pot.
personal. And he'll nod at that.
All right, let's watch me get a 1.
Yeah, that sounds to be about right.
And again, just barely, he manages to beat out Lily. And you can see that he is sweating at this point because he wants to try to win this magical scimitar.
Just barely, you say. She's gonna
Lily's
take.
going.
She's
Lily's
gonna
just
take
gonna
the
have a-
scimitar and put it right underneath his giant bulbous nose. You are
It's not a
cheating.
threat.
You're cheating. I can tell. My scimitar tells me so.
Roll a wisdom save.
Ah. Yay.
You have been afflicted by hold person. He steps back, he grabs a scimitar, and he waves it around a few times. And I'm going to have him roll an arcana check on it now.
How is he grabbing it? She's got a grip on it. How is he removing it from her grip?
He doesn't need to grab it then. He just runs his fingers across it a few times, analyzing it with his minor skill with magic, and he'll look back it up at her. Hi, that's a far cry from one who's lying herself.
Can I talk while under hold magic? Or hold person?
No.
And after this point, he's going to step back, and the magic will release.
She's going to flip it around and put it back in her bag. Well, I guess you don't want it then.
I have no need for a normal scimitar. Though I do believe we should stop playing at this point. There's far too much bad blood going around here.
Because Lily can't realize when she's throwing herself under the bus. For God's sake, stop.
All right, so he gains 80 gold from her. So
Actually,
20, 40, 60, that would be 120.
no, it was double or nothing. So it was 20, 40, 80, and it was. 80
oh yeah, I
flat.
see what you were doing. Yeah, no, you wasn't playing like normal. Like every round, you had to play twice as much.
No, it was double.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. Yep. Okay, yeah, it's fine.
So she lost 80 gold. That's all right.
Yep.
I've lost worse.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of her night, I think.
All right. So, Elana.
She's probably just going to be trying to figure out things about like the white wolves that they're going to have to go find.
All right, and I suppose you're talking with Cassidy about that.
Yeah.
All right, who are you guys bringing with you on this hunt for Falana's dog ears or Alana's?
Well,
Probably Cassidy and.
to start off with, though, let me begin with this. Cassidy
You
will
realize those
explain
deals
that.
denied.
Okay, Cassidy will first of all explain that they would have to travel a great distance to find them currently, unless there was snow on the ground. They are known to come further down when there's snow, and they're getting near that season. She'd be willing to go around in while she's exploring the wilds and scouting out the wilds to keep an eye out for them, and if she discovers them, to get message back.
All right. So it's going to probably take about a month or two for them to get here.
All she said is it's going to be with a snowfall, and you don't know when the snow's going to fall yet. It is getting to that time of the year, though.
So within a couple
Like I
months.
said, yeah.
Not even really, to be honest.
Mm.
Another thing I'm going to say, since I completely forgot to do this description, is I'm expecting at some point you are going to be looking around Ashenport as you return. At least a little bit. So you'd probably notice some changes, and the map hasn't changed at all. Blah, blah, blah. Forgive me. But you notice that outside of Ashenport, the area outside of it looks like it's being cleared in a way to facilitate more... I don't want to say houses. It'd be like there's a few tents right now, and then like houses outside of it, with what looks to be a boundary being set up in the distance.
What's that for?
I'm expecting that you would probably ask someone about it, and Chase would be able to explain. And she'll tell you that with dangers that have been happening far out in the wilderness, people are coming here. And we've also actually lost a city out to the east. And when we see to be a town out to the east, and the survivors are also planning to come here. And that's most of the reason why Klaus is gone. He's seeking to get more materials to erect a proper defense, since with more people here, it's going to be more an appetizing target.
Does not sound good.
Things are gonna go bad.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty much all Alana's going to be doing.
Yep, and then Surina is probably just going to be helping out around, I expect.
Yep, doing all that, helping
All right.
out, and maybe doing a little bit of...
For now, that would be, like, this is just a nightly thing, so I'm not worried about that too much. So let's skip right into, you all go back to the tavern for your free rooms. I expect Lily will glare at Garrett. Garrett will just kind of smile back.
No, Lily's not going to glare. She's
Well,
going to be cordial about it because she got caught. She's okay with that.
And he'll just
I mean, it was a
smile
terrible
back
lie in the
regardless.
first place.
He believed it.
He did believe it, so it's like, who's the bigger fool? But he did cover himself. Yeah, so expect you all go back to the tavern for the night, and rest, and it goes on to the next day. So, who do I want to start with?
Risu's out.
Again.
Yeah, so Risu isn't here, so we can't start with Falana. So I guess we can start with Lily.
All right. I suppose first thing in the morning, she would head on down to the forge.
Keep in mind, this is not going to be an hourly by hourly thing. I think I've said this 5 times now.
Yep.
This is a weekly thing. So what are you planning to do for like the next week?
Yep. She's going to first learn what she can about magic crafting, or imbuing magic properties into items. And at the end of learning that, she's going to try to do so with her sword.
All right. So for the duration of the week, I'm going to go over what everyone's doing and then go over what you find. So then what would Elana be doing for this week?
She'll be probably trying to test the alchemy some more. Figure out a little bit more about it, see if she can go with anything more complicated than a healing potion.
Yep. All right.
Would you talk to anyone about learning more alchemy stuff?
Maybe not.
Okay.
Well, if you did, I would have suggested going down to Northbridge.
I would suggest talking to Chase too, or Shas, and see what she has to say.
She'll probably want to try and figure it out on her own, quote unquote.
All right.
That's fair enough.
Have fun blowing up.
Alana's activities for the week, I expect, will be going down to Northbridge and just researching in the libraries. God damn it, you made a message that said you were here and you talked.
What, me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was one who suggested going down to Northbridge to research that.
All right, so that would be your activities for that week. And what would Surina be doing?
Serena would probably... I don't know. I don't know, really. She might be practicing cooking, but she might be looking for, like, a small quest she could take on by herself. There isn't much she can do.
Well, keep in mind as well that I did just mention that the city itself is somewhat expanding currently. Like, there was another downtown in the distance, and all the people who are alive and not hurt have started going to the nearest city worth a damn. And there are refugees here, and everyone is kind of rushing around and make sure things are taken care of.
Oh, then I guess you could help with the building crew.
All right, yeah, so that'll work out.
She won't help with healing the injured.
Currently, Silver said that there aren't any injured. Serena could help with healing.
Yeah, I
on-site
figure like she
injuries,
could just
but-
like help out with the refugees as they would be, and then just getting everyone settled in and everything. So I just kind of lump that into one big sum. So for Lily, she'll take the like. Just start off with asking Arashi for the lessons and stuff, and he'll nod. He's probably going to spend the days that he's not teaching Lily out looking at the apparatus, so he can try to work on fixing that. And he'll nod, and the lessons themselves, they don't seem too out of the ordinary. He talks a lot like on the weapon itself. It's obviously easiest to enchant it as you're making the weapon. Though even when the weapon's already made, you could still enchant it. Though you need some sort of conduit for the energy.
Does having a personal bond with the weapon count at all? Because this weapon is pretty important to her.
He'll say that does help, but it is not always a guarantee.
Hey,
So,
get done. Don't blow the dog.
Mute.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, what?
No, yeah, I thought she was at first, but no. So yeah, he explains that it does help when you have a proper bond with it as well to take care of things.
Yeah. See, this particular sword, and she would explain this to Arashi, this particular sword was given to her by someone very close to her, and it's very important to her. As opposed to the maul, which she just picked up, that's not gonna. She wouldn't even try to enchant that at this point.
Yeah, and he'll explain that yes, that'll be best. And currently, for the materials you have like what, 2 of the red mushrooms?
Yeah, you said that I would have to get both passed. Or
Yeah, and he'll explain that because of you want to do this with a weapon of this size, you would need to use all of your materials in it, since you only have the 2 of the mushrooms. And ideally, I expect he explained that she wants to, or I expect she explains that she wants to have like a flaming enchant on it.
something like that. Yeah.
And he'll explain that for an enchantment such as that, ideally you'd want to try to do this in a volcano or around using lava of some sort. But it would be possible with this effect. It just might not be as powerful as that. And he kind of scratches his head at the moment, kind of going right to the question that's probably in the back of Lily's mind. Yeah, I don't know where there are any volcanoes around here, unfortunately.
She's going to say shucks. She's also going to ask, well, okay, so magic is some of this all like timey-wimey, bloopy-doo or whatever. What happens if it doesn't work out?
And he'll look down at the great sword and he'll say, depending on the enchant, there's several possibilities. Either nothing happens, the weapon you're trying to use is ruined, though considering you already have the weapon forged, I doubt it would be ruined. The magic would take effect as you intend, or there might be side effects with it.
Like a cursed weapon?
More than likely, curses are fickle things.
Well, let's try it.
All right.
What could possibly go wrong aside from the things he listed?
All right, so take 3 smithing checks.
Okay. With proficiency? Because I have proficiency? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll allow you the proficiency on this.
Can I rage for the first one?
Actually, hang on, let me think.
Because I get bonuses when
I'm going to say no to this.
No.
I'm going to say no to raging during it, because you would even be more likely to mess it up.
Okay.
This is magic smithing. Yeah, I'll still give you the proficiency. All right, and let's look it over.
I like how you just still get better and better every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She hasn't been smithing for a little while, so she started off a little rusty.
All right, and I'm not going to tell you what that does yet.
Mm-hmm.
I expect that the lessons would probably only take up like the first few days of the week, and during the rest of it, he'd be overlooking at the apparatus again and working on trying to fix that. By the way, the cost, I'm not sure if he's mentioned it yet, but the cost would look to be about, what did we say, Jeeves? We talked about this. I was thinking 5 gold per hit point.
Oh, for the Bob tank. We said that it would be somewhere between 2 and 5 for the first 50% that it loses, and then for the last 50% it'd be between 5 and 10 per hit point.
All right, so yeah, he'll probably be able to say he could fix it up for like say 4 gold per hit point.
Okay.
So you guys work
so that
out
would
that
go
cost.
out of the party fund, I would assume.
Yeah,
How much hit points does it have right now?
it has 100 and some.
So it would be
Because
I think it's like 111.
it would be less than 400 gold to fix it up to full.
maybe make like a sheet or something that
It has
just has our-
122 hit points currently.
So it
that
needs
would be 78. So that would be 80 times 4 is
320.
320 minus 8, so
12.
312, yeah. 312 gold to get it fixed up,
Mm.
which I'm really giving you guys a nice deal on that.
And the reason we decided on that was because there's no way to heal it normally. So
Yeah.
every time you take it out, we're going to have to pay money to fix it up.
Fix it.
Yeah.
So it's simultaneously a way to keep something that shouldn't be able to be healed
Mhm.
at the same time being a gold sink.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so he'll be working on that for the rest of the time. Alana
Should
will be
I
working.
should I pay the man right now?
You might as well pay the man right now.
You said 312.
312.
All right, let me do some quick math here.
I should really charge more, to be honest, but
1229.
he's being kind. He's more interested in the chance to work on this creation than anything else.
Yeah.
All right, so our party loot fund is updated.
All right. Next up will be Elana. She was reading into the book, the Alchemist book.
And probably trying some alchemy out still
All right.
herself.
Reading through the Alchemist book, and getting some ideas for new things. She has an idea for a potion that she might be able to craft using the materials that she still has, and she'd have to get a few more that would cost her. This is not the book I want. That would cost her a little bit. That's too far, but she thinks she should be able to craft a potion of
Storm Giant Strength.
No.
no, no. That she should be able to craft a potion of what do I want to do? Potion. Yeah, she should be able to craft a potion of possibly Frost Giant Strength.
Ooh.
Though it should be more likely to only be able to do Hill Giant, since the materials listed are stuff that she does not think she has handy, and it does reference that for those particular potions you do
Need a piece
require
of the
some
creature.
you do require some environmental effects as well.
Like a piece of the creature.
Or
As well,
like
and
for
stuff like
frost or stone, you'd probably like maybe the effect of something around it. So snow in the potion would
Gravel.
probably help with the frost or gravel. So she'd be more likely to be able to do a hill giant potion, and she'll be able to try to do that. So do some alchemy checks. I think you have it set up.
Yeah. Scroll down to it.
Run
I
out
had
and
it
give
on
it
the
to Lily.
How many?
Roll 3 again.
Oh,
wait.
God.
Sorry
First
about
one was
that. I
okay.
had to yell at some kids.
All right,
Yeah.
and it doesn't take
Explodes in
nearly
my
as
face.
long to smith the potion as it would like a weapon. Though you're spending a lot of that time waiting, and while you're waiting, I expect you're reading more into it. And as things go on, you look at the finished potion, and as you're looking at it, this is most obviously not a super high strength one. It's probably nothing more than like a hill giant strength. And looking at it, you kind of feel like it's not that good, because the potion book specifically mentions a few of the materials you have, and you kind of improvised around it. And you get
And
the
it looks the wrong color. And...
it's the wrong color. It doesn't have some of the proper things floating in it. You don't think
smells
this
like a
potion's
rat.
quite what you're looking for. Though you're more likely to be blaming your lack of materials than anything else on that.
She'll do like the taste test to see if she can figure out what it is and see if it actually is a giant strength
All right.
of some sort.
So she'll do a taste test. Where do I want to go for this? Where is this?
This is where Vastel identified with some.
Potentially. Let's see. I want this dice and this dice. I could just roll it on you. Roll 20, and I don't care. 61. Okay. So you taste the potion, and it tastes horrible, but you get the feeling that there's no actual effect within it.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
All right. She'll just kind of put it off to the side and see if she can trick anybody to drinking it later as a joke.
Yeah. You did not even get near the DC I had set.
Oh, that does not surprise me.
Yeah. All right. And
She'll probably then spend a little bit of time trying to find actual materials.
Yeah, so I'll let you take care of that now. So you'd roll some investigation checks.
1 or 2.
You could roll 1.
Would survival factor into this at all?
Oh.
I'm gonna rationale that because the town itself is relatively friendly to you, and you'd probably be spending like maybe a day or 2 actually investigating this, I will give you advantage on it.
You're being way too kind.
I really am, but I'm also going on the rationale that it's not going to take you an entire week to do this. You find that if you really want to get these materials, there's nothing for a lot of fancy crafting that you could find currently in Northbridge, at least not until the supply ships come, then you might find something.
Yeah.
Or Northport, but Northbridge would probably be more likely to have materials.
When does the supply ships come?
And you would have found that out in your little checking in. You know that there's a supply ship. They are expecting one near the end of the week.
All right. I'll just wait for that then.
All right. And
somebody has to keep an eye on Lily.
Yeah, let's go to Falana. So Falana doing her research. What is Falana looking for specifically? I'm assuming Risa was even here.
World transfer gates and things like that. Basically doing research on on background stuff.
Yeah, yep, okay. So roll, you're going to be there for a while. So roll 3 investigation checks.
Advantage?
Mara's helping.
I'm going to say no on this.
Okay.
Alright, and she does have a research background feature, so.
Yeah, so she'd be able to look in the right places, which is why she's even able to do this properly.
Once my character sheet actually loads, because apparently it doesn't want to close itself. Skills. Investigation, not intimidation, investigation.
Nice. That's nice and not that bad. Alright. So, in your investigations, you're luckily, or with your knowledge of exactly what you're looking for, or what you think you know to be what you're looking for, you're able to narrow the search down in the libraries at Northbridge pretty well. I should really move you all to the Northbridge map for the time being, even though I don't have anything there for Lily, or for Falana. Actually, no, I totally do. There, you're on Northbridge. So you're going to be spending your time primarily in this upper district. I'm hoping everyone can see. I hope I didn't fuck that up.
Mm-hmm.
And I can swing by during my free time to the caravan.
Yeah, so while you're up there, you're going to be spending the majority of time looking through the various libraries and checking in with the various scholars and mages there to try to find what you're looking for. And most of them aren't too hiding of their knowledge. Like, you get a few of them that are like at least one who just kind of shuts you up before you even try to get in, but you're able to still find what you think you might be looking for, and that is not much. There really is not a lot of information here on world teleportation. Like, there's references to the teleport spell, which no one here is high enough to be able to use. Teleportation circle, which the only ones here that are actually skilled enough to use that are, like, there's probably 2 here who might be skilled enough to even use a teleportation circle, and even then that's just linked to other places in the world. There's nothing going beyond that, and nothing that you've seen that would be even relatively consistent with how the apparatus moves or anything else.
Okay. And I would hit up the caravan during. I would
And-
hit up the caravan during the week just to get that out of the way.
All right, and you're going to go back to the caravan and talk to him, and I'm going to rationale. It won't be too hard for you to find the particular one that Lily has described, though he's kind of looking at you. Like, he recognizes when you mention Lily, though he looks at you kind of untrusting since he was expecting Lily to be the one to come back.
Unfortunately, I have to run errands for her. You know how it is.
And he'll just ask you if you have the payment then that was agreed upon, and you can see that he has a letter in his hand.
I'll hold the 10 gold in my hand.
All right, and he'll hand over the letter. The letter, and he'll take the 10
Same
gold.
time. Yep.
And with that done, he just kind of walks away. He doesn't even say goodbye or anything.
That's why I don't like caravans. I suppose I can hang out with some elves for a while. Just loiter around town for the rest of the week, then head out.
All right. So I feel as though you're not really going to get too much there. You're just going to kind of hang out with the elves, be more with your kin like you were in Gapesil for the time being, and you're probably going to get back to town around the same time. And you actually, what do I want to have you roll for this? Can you just roll a straight d20?
They're an irregular roll because I don't feel like passion.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. So when you went down there to talk with the caravan guy to get the letter, you did actually see that a ship was about to set sail, and on the deck of the ship you saw a glance of what looked to be the Baron.
You know what? I think I'll go meet up with him.
Unfortunately, the ship was just setting sail, so you just missed it.
not coming in. It was setting sail, not coming in. Okay.
Yeah, it was setting sail. Like it looked like the ship was just getting packed up with supplies or whatever else, and it was just getting ready to set sail when you caught a glimpse of him.
All right.
All right. And then you're going to spend the rest of the time with elves, and I think I've already explained what was going to happen there, which was not much.
Does Mara get a chance to sell the item?
Yeah, Mara is going to, since she's not really going to be with Lily most of the time, she's going to try to sell that item, and I could have sworn I had that table open at some point, but apparently I do not. Oh, here it was, actually.
Lily would not have instructed her to be deceptive at all, so...
Yeah, so she is going to try to sell it, and... she's going to first of all go off to the Assassin's Guild, because that's going to be the best place to look. So this is going to take... How long it's going to take her?
Followed by the call.
3 days, which will be probably the entirety of the time that she's going to be in town. And trying to find it, she will find... Why do I keep rolling 61? So she gets to make a decision, and I'm going to let Jeeves influence this on a way, since she only found 2 buyers.
Okay.
One that would be willing to offer half price, and then a shady one offering its full price.
Does she know who these buyers are? Are they related to the Assassin's Guild?
The one offering half price is. The other one she doesn't know anything about, and she's more wary to sell to that one to begin with.
I will let her make the decision herself.
Then she's going to go right to the Assassin's Guild, and she will only get about 100 gold for that.
Okay.
I'm just going to have you guys throw that in the party loot, because I really don't feel like figuring that out.
I would assume she's giving it back to Lily, so I'll add it to mine.
Yeah.
She's going to keep some of it as an early payment.
Is she going to keep any?
I don't expect so.
Okay. Lily would pay her back 10 gold for finder's fee.
Yeah, I just updated the PC list because it's a little behind.
Okay. Yeah, so I kept 90 gold out of that into Lily's inventory, and I gave her 10 gold. Mara.
All right, so you paid Mara for that, and I'm not actually keeping track of what Mara has time to time, so I'm just sticking on you to say you're paying her.
Yep. You may have to let me know when I have to pay her, though.
Well, I think... You were spent a week down there. I think at the end of this week you actually have to pay her for the next month.
Okay.
So you can probably just work that out right now and get that taken care of.
All right, how much was that?
I think we said 4 gold per day.
So 4 times 30 is 120.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. And with all that, you'll eventually get all headed back towards Ashenport, I expect, and you'll probably get back there near the end of the week. Or like the end of the week, start of the next. Back to Ashenport. Surina was going to be looking into helping out the people around, building stuff, etc., etc. And there are a lot of people here. It's like probably maybe half of the current population of Ashenport. It almost seems like the population is almost doubling with how many people have made their way here. And you can kind of just see everybody who is in the town is currently working on trying to get things taken care of. And you can see there's more guards out watching for thieves and everything else. And it's quite the hassle. Surina, however, will be kind of making herself known around to the people. And as she's helping out, she can see that there are, like, most people are giving her appreciative glances and thanking her for all the aid she's been doing and all of the sort. I'm not really going to have anything super specific happen there, aside from getting known to the people within the area, and we'll get back to the end of the week. And
Sure.
at the end of the week, it would have been after...
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah?
Sorry. At the forge, are the two thieves or whomever, are they still there?
They are still there, and though they can see that they are working more on getting things around that would be needed for, like... not so much as weapons, but like, what would be a good thing? Like utensils, house stuff, just stuff to help the incoming group.
Okay. Could she ask them or whomever what's going on with all the people? Just a quick description while she's having some downtime?
And they'll explain that what's going on is one of the far towns was destroyed, and don't even think the people there know exactly what was going on. It was like caught in a freak blizzard, and they didn't really see what was happening. They could barely see in front of their faces. And everyone who survived, just kind of left as quickly as they could. And with nowhere else to go, they went to the nearest city, which happened to be Ashenport. And the Baron had actually welcomed them in as best as he could, and he immediately made work to try to find ways to help take care of them. After bargaining with, because of course, the leader of that town, the mayor, had survived, so he had bargained with the mayor about using some of the funds which he had also managed to retrieve, going towards paying for defenses and the people to stay there. But the town itself is more or less empty.
Okay.
What's left of it, anyway. They don't really know what's left of it.
I think if there was a blizzard there, then maybe that would be a good spot to send Cass to look for signs of winter wolves.
And of course, she won't be back till... I think she'll probably have said that she'll come back like every week or so, depending on how things go. But yeah, so back to what I was thinking. Towards the end of the week, a ship will come in, and it is, of course, the ship that Falana saw. So the Baron is on it. And as he gets off, you can see that it is not just one ship, but it looks to be a fleet of 3. And as he gets off, it's instead of like... there's a ton of supplies on it. There is wood, food, like building supplies. Anything that you could think of on it is on it. And he is personally directing where all of this is to go. And you can see like what passes for a harbor master in town, probably just a old sea dog who's wearing an eye patch and wearing with a peg leg, and he's also helping to direct where everything's to go, since they usually don't have 3 ships docked here at once. At least 3, not 3 ships of this size. Falana would probably get back the next day. The party itself would see that he is directing most of the supplies to be sent out towards the outer reach. You saw Surina saw that there was like a little boundary trench, the starting of a wall to be built in. Chase was probably out there time to time using her transmutation magic to try to shape the earth in a way to be more willing to take the wall that's being set up and everything of the sort.
Wall building! Yay!
My first goal, as soon as I get back in town, is to find the Baron.
All right, so yeah, we'll kind of go to the next week now with all this taken care of. So on the next week, I'll start off with Falana's goal. Falana's goal will be to find the Baron, and let's just go this one at a time. So Falana's goal, find the Baron. She'll find him pretty easily. He looks exhausted, to be honest, probably because he's been taking care of most of the stuff himself. Whether he doesn't trust other people to take care of it or what have you, you don't know. And he'll kind of see as she comes up, and he's on a slight little knoll that overlooks the new area outside of the main town.
Could I have Lily go with her on this? Because
you may.
Okay.
You may.
First thing I'm going to say is, why did you abandon me in Northbridge? I mean, come on.
And he'll look at her confused. You were in Northbridge? I didn't even know you had gotten back.
I was doing some research. I saw you as you were leaving.
Lily's going to...
I would have hitched a ride, but let's be honest. Jumping onto a leaving ship is forever annoying to do.
And you can kind of see a wry smirk at that, almost as though he's thinking back to something he might have done in his youth.
Lily's going to ask if these are the supplies from her father.
And he'll shake his head. No.
These are from Northbridge.
No, these are all supplies that I had gone to Northbridge to purchase. The mayor was so kind as to offer some of his funds so that we would properly be able to take care of the people here.
Excellent.
All right.
I also expect Lily is going to ask Falana for the letter.
I was going to hand it to her. Be like, here's your letter. Have fun.
All right. The letter itself is sealed, of course. Is she going to open it there?
No. She is going to thank Falana, and she is going to keep it for when she can open it in private.
All right, and before you all would leave and etc., the Baron will look over the group and he'll kind of ask them one more thing, if they'd be willing to try to help set up the town. And he saw this metal contraption as he came through the park, and he was wondering if, or he heard that somebody mentioned that it was theirs, and he was wondering if they would possibly be able to use it to help haul some of the heavier stuff.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. I also have a spell or two that might help.
Lily, how long would it take for them to do that? She doesn't want to get her greatsword too cold, but this is also very important.
I'll mention that they would probably be working on this for a while, like using that device to haul the things around. They'd only really need it to properly get everything from where it is on the docks to where it's supposed to be on the wall, and that'd probably take like a day.
Okay.
Versus 3 days without it.
Plus, you can have someone who doesn't have strength to do that, and Lily can do other things.
What we could do is, like, enlarge, reduce, shrink stepping down, carry it to the wall by hand, like nothing, set it down, dispel the enlarge, reduce, done, and also use tensor floating disk for a lot of stuff.
Couldn't we use the apparatus to help move things?
Yeah,
that was what he was asking particularly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lily would go back and get Elana because Elana's our driver.
Yeah, so I'm just going to take care of this right now. I expect none of you have issues with using at least the first day to help haul everything over into position.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess it does make sense to have the designated driver be someone underage.
Yeah, obviously. And with the
She's the only one who figured out how to run it.
She's the only one who can drive it without getting drunk, so...
Yeah.
Obviously. That's probably the best excuse I've heard. But yeah, everyone will be able to, like between Elana using the apparatus, the various magic tricks that Falana has mentioned, Lily using her own strength, and Surina using her own strength, you're all able to pretty easily get things moved around. And Lily, you also saw that the Baron did glance up at your ears, but he made no motion or indication that he really was going to say anything about it. It's just a slight sigh.
Lily will wink and wiggle her ears at him.
A less than slight sigh.
Basically that.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So yeah, I'm just going to say it's going to take you the better part of the day, and you will be able to all get these materials out to their proper position. It all still needs to be set up, made into a proper wall, everything of the sort. You can almost feel like the ground starts to rumble a little bit as things are moved into position, and the people who are native to the area are kind of looking wary at this, and you do probably recall that they've mentioned that they've had trouble setting up walls in the past, which is why they didn't have one. Though, surprisingly, and to their relief, everything calms down.
Okay. I'm going to say this now. What we need to do is get our hands on... What is the name of that stuff? What you get when you burn... We need soot. We need some soot.
Why?
And we need some gravel. What we're going to do is we're going to try to fortify the walls into the ground a little bit better.
Lily's
You also
going
got
to...
the feeling that wasn't a natural thing that happened.
Yeah, Lily's going to
Yeah.
ask Falana if she can do, like, detect magic or something to figure out what actually happened there, because...
There might be a
can she also do a
creature
nature
underground.
check?
You may.
I think it might be something nearby. However, I don't think detecting magic's going to help in this situation.
Lily has no idea with that nature check what it was, but she still gets the very strong feeling that it wasn't natural.
It could be an artifact or something that's in the nearby area that's reacting to the walls being put down into the ground.
Yeah, but...
If you want to roll Arcana on this anyway, you may.
Yeah, I might do that with Elana too, just to see if she can think of something.
Lily would suggest Falana check anyways, because it's a ritual and it's not going to tax her any. Or that too.
All right. Oh, amazing Arcana checks. So with those Arcana checks, Falana gets the feeling that whatever happened, it is magical, and it is definitely a huge range around them. Alana gets the same sense, but she also felt, as things were going on, it was stopped primarily when there was a slight pulse of magical energy from where the Waygate is sitting, embedded into a ley line.
So the Waygate's doing it.
No, the Waygate's preventing the tremors.
Yeah, keep in mind, you've already proven this yourselves. It's anchored in this position.
Yeah.
And they've mentioned, like, I think it might have only been Falana that this was mentioned to, but it has been mentioned in the past that they've tried to set up walls before, but it's just been stopped. The entire, everything around them has rejected it. And this is like try to throw down logs to make a wall, like a metal wall they tried once, having shape the world around them. Everything has been rejected.
And the Waygate is allowing it to actually happen now.
The Waygate, yeah, as far as you can tell, it's interfering with whatever was stopping this.
That's weird.
I wonder if it's because the Waygate wasn't here, which is preventing it. Just as an out-of-character statement here.
No, it's because when the Waygate wasn't here, it wouldn't prevent the walls from being built. But now that the Waygate is here, it's stopping the Tremors in time for them to be able to build walls.
It might be out of character. It might be some sort of influx
No, I mean, I
of
wonder if it's
magical
because
energy.
the Waygate wasn't here originally.
It might be some sort of influx of magical energy into the ley lines that are interfering with whatever other effect is being cast. It might be that someone...
They might be putting the wall down directly on the line.
Yeah.
How long
Alright, so-
have they been having issues with the building of walls?
And I expect you'll probably ask the Baron this, since he would be most likely to have the Baron or a Father O'Malley. I think, no, because neither one of them have been here that terribly long. I expect you to ask the Baron about this regardless, and he'll mention that they've never been able to build proper walls here, not even when his grandfather ruled this keep ages ago.
Hmm.
Alright. I know what
This
I'm
is
doing for the
different.
week. What I want to do is I want to follow the ley lines, and I want to pinpoint those locations. We want to set up gates in those areas. Okay.
All right, that's you want to what do you want to do? Look at a map
All right.
for this?
I'll be right back because kids are starting.
I'll
No, I
click-
actually want to physically follow the ley lines.
All right, we can take care of that when she gets back then.
I'll be back.
Yeah. So
need,
Lily's activities for the week.
She's gonna keep crafting, and in the evening she's gonna get to know Garrett a little better and see if he's got any information on it too.
All right. And I can cover that right now. So keep crafting. Roll another 2 smithing checks. All right.
Average.
And after about a week and a half of crafting, you do finally finish the weapon, and you hold up your great sword, and you can feel that it kind of has a cool, warm. This is not a proper word. It has a warm sensation as you touch the blade, though nothing really happens out of the ordinary.
She's gonna attack herself and see what happens.
She attacks herself, and nothing special happens.
She's going to see if her friend can cast detect magic or identify what's his name, Arashi, on it, or if he can look at it and see if he can figure out what's going on with it.
All right, and that'll be easy enough. So she'll find him. He'll reach into his pocket, pull out a small pearl as he casts Identify, and as he looks it over, he'll nod. Yes, you did successfully put a magical enchantment on this, though it looks like you'll have to activate it in a way.
Oh. Well, the activation word is obviously butts, so she's going to say butts and see if it works.
And nothing happens.
Crap. Well, with that not working, she's going to ask him if he has any idea how to activate it.
And he'll smirk.
Flame on.
He'll smirk, he'll pull out a little tinderbox, light a match, and hold it to the blade. The blade ignites in a brilliant burst of flames, and it kind of burns there for a moment. The flames kind of die down so they barely extend past the blade, and then he'll nod at that. Try your little command word now.
Butts!
And the blade extinguishes.
Alright, she's gonna say butts again. If it doesn't light, she's gonna light it herself. And then she's gonna attack herself and see what happens.
It does not light when she says it again.
Yep, I figured. So she has to use her
An actual flame.
It's going to be an action essentially to light it either way. It's just you can't use the word to light it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna go step out and change out laundry while the kids are fighting.
All right. And then she's going to hold it to her own arm with an attempt to go through it. And as she does so, she feels a slight, since she's not actually, it's a gray sword. She can't actually stab herself with it. She's not in two places at once. So she kind of just holds it at her arm, trying to do that much. And though the slashing damage from the great sword, she doesn't really feel. She does feel the fire damage, and it's 1d4 points of fire damage.
Okay, so it's
Well lit.
it's 1d4 points of fire damage in addition to the normal greatsword damage.
Yes.
Awesome.
And she has to activate it, and it can be extinguished.
Okay.
All right. And that'll be basically the entirety of her working, except she was also going to talk to Garrett. What exactly she was going to talk to Garrett about?
She's just want to try to figure out if he knows anything about what's been going on. She feels like he might have been around for a little while. Maybe she's wrong on that, but she feels like he might know something about magic and what might be going on with the walls not being able to be built. And since she has no clue what's going on and her intelligence isn't high enough, she's trying to figure that out.
And he's not actually too sure himself.
She's also going to try to get chummy with him. Not like
Yeah.
that, but you know.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. And he's going to explain that he's not really quite sure himself, and he's actually hasn't been here much longer than the Baron or Chase or even Father O'Malley. They all used to wander around together.
Does she know that he's a bard?
She knows that he knows magic.
Okay. She's going to ask if he's got any healing magic.
And he's going to nod a little bit.
And she's going to just mention that she kind of burnt herself on her weapon and wondering if he could help her out a little on that.
And he holds up 2 silver coins, rubbing them together with a smirk on his face.
She hands him 2 silver coins.
And he gladly heals her.
Okay.
And he kind of just laughs at that and makes a comment, I can't believe you actually paid me. Nobody else would actually pay me.
I like you.
And he kind of just laughs more at this, as the two of you probably spend more time getting to know each other. He does explain, for the most part, I'm just going to say this now, he is not from around this area naturally. He's actually from closer to where Lily would live in Haven. It's not Haven he lived in. I don't remember the names of the city down there off the top of my head, or which one he comes from. Though he declines to explain why he ended up here.
Oh. Well, Lily's going to mention that she's from Haven as well.
Yeah, and I don't think he's very surprised at that.
Probably because she's already mentioned it to him like 6 times.
Yeah, just a few times. All right, I think that'll be enough for Lily's right now. Next up would be Elana.
Now that the supply trucks got here, she's going to try and buy materials to make potions again.
All right. Do you have a potion in mind that you'd like to try to grab? I
had 2 in mind.
Yeah,
One, she was going to get the stuff for the giant strength potion again.
All right.
Try that again now that she has actual materials she can use.
Yep.
And 2, She already knows she can make regular healing potions, like the lowest level.
Yeah.
So she might see if she can find things for like greater healing.
Okay. All right. So the first thing you need to do for the Hill Giant Strength is, with the supplies here, it's going to be hard. Roll an investigation check.
Pull the sheet. Investigate.
Investigate. All right. Despite how rare the materials are, you actually do manage to find the toenail of a hill giant.
Wow.
All right.
That, however, will cost you. The guy says he could sell it to you for 100 gold.
But sir, I'm just a kid. I don't have that kind of money on me. Is there any way I could get you to lower that to like maybe 50 or 60?
Roll persuasion.
And deception.
She is very persuasive.
She has a +8.
And it kind of decides, like, you know what? I like kids. So for a kid, 60 gold.
Thank you, sir.
He likes
In
kids.
Hill Hand.
Okay.
He's a family man. Leave it be. All right, and as for the potion of healing, it's mostly just generic herbs and everything else that you'll need to find. There's a few rarer herbs. I'm going to let you, with that same investigation check, find that. And the person selling those would be able to part with that for about 30 gold.
I'm not even going to bother haggling on that one.
All right, yeah, so 30 gold for that. And then I'm going to let you go through to try to craft both at once, with the rationale that you have to sit and let it, like, stew for a little while each one, so you can, like, work on one, then work on the other. So just roll 3 alchemy checks.